Sacramento man accused of shooting into the ABC 10 TV station officially tells the federal court he's not guilty. A grand jury indicted 64-year-old Anibal Hernandez Santana on charges of discharging a firing and weapon in a school zone, as well as interference with radio communication. Thank you for joining us here at 4. I'm Andrea Flores.
And I'm Curtis Ming. KCRA 3's Michelle Bandor is live at the federal courthouse with a legal update on this case. Michelle?
Well, Curtis, Anibal Hernandez Santana appeared here in federal court this afternoon for a brief arraignment, and he actually didn't speak at all. It was his defense attorney as well as the judge who put in the not guilty pleas for him in connection with the 4 federal counts that he faces after that grand jury indictment last week. Now, those 4 federal charges that he faces are from last month's shooting at the ABC 10 TV station. Federal prosecutors say he fired 1 round into the air and 3 more into the lobby area where someone was working. Now, no one was injured in the shooting. Sacramento police arrested Hernandez Santana that evening on state charges filed by the district attorney. He made bail and was out the next day, and that's when the FBI arrested him in connection with interference of radio communication. Then federal prosecutors filed more charges against him. His lawyer is questioning why his client is in federal court in the first place, and prosecutors revealed in court today they will be handing over the evidence, including hundreds of documents, reports, photos, and videos.
We believe there are going to be some videos. We believe there are going to be some still photos that have been taken, as well as usually when officers arrest someone, their body camera is on. And that can be important on what the defendant said, what their mannerisms were, what they looked like, what the surroundings were when they were arrested. So I think we're going to get some of the body cams at some point from his arrest. So those are some of the things we're looking at.
And Reichel says once he goes through all of that evidence, he may ask for another detention hearing as Hernandez Santana is being held without bail on the federal charges. So he is expected to have another status hearing sometime next month. Now, as for the charges, federal prosecutors have said that Hernandez Santana actually showed up at his children's former grade school. And we went there today to speak to some parents who react about Hernandez Santana, the suspect, showing up at their school. We're going to have their reaction, more on that part of the case, coming up at 6. Reporting live in downtown, Michelle Bandor, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Michelle, so we have 2 cases against him, 1 federal, 1 state. Today was involving the federal case. So what about the state charges filed in Sacramento County?
So both the federal prosecutors and state prosecutors agreed to kind of put that state case on hold, even though Sacramento police arrested him and he was charged in state court first. So they're dealing with the federal charges, but he is expected to finally be arraigned and face those first state charges formally sometime next week.
All right, Michelle, thank you.